welcome to another episode of Expected Buffalo, the offering. In this, I really don't even know why I'm doing this. More, I feel like out of obligation that I can't just do nothing or not say anything or not put anything out. But it's really, it's a loss, man. I don't know. I don't have solutions. I don't have. And it's just a spot that we're in that I don't know there's a clean way out of this. We just watched a team lose their 11th straight game. We had the owner fly to Montreal yesterday to talk to the team, to talk to the hockey operations staff, and I don't know. I guess you could say pat them on the back and say, "Don't worry, it'll get better. I believe in you." Wrong message, clearly. Um, they go out there and they lose 6-1 to the team that was the worst team in the conference, and now they sit themselves on December 17th as the worst team in the conference, 32 games into the season. And it's before Christmas, and this is over. This is done. Cooked. There's no rebounding this. You're not picking up 66 out of the remaining 100 points on their schedule. They're not doing that. Come on. And nothing is done. Nothing. There's no message sent. The GM comes out and, says whatever he said, Texas, palm trees, no fix. We're not gonna believe in the group and all of this. The owner believes in the group, and it's just what you're getting. This you have a team, you have players that they're out of answers. They're waiting. They're waiting for the shoe to drop, and telling them that there's no lifeline coming wasn't the right message. And I'm not saying that this should alleviate the players. They shouldn't think that. They shouldn't be sitting there just waiting for something to happen. But they are. And I feel like this could have been addressed, I don't know how many games ago. Easily after Colorado. Just you saw it there. Something at that point should have been done. Fire an assistant coach. Something like that minor. Just send a message, a sign. Not okay. And here we are. 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later, just still. Here comes Toronto's coming to your building on Friday. You go to Boston on Saturday. It's bleak, man. It is bleak. And it's frustrating for me because I try to keep the optimism. I try to look for the things that, zig when they're zagging, if you will. Not try to get into the deep weeds of sorrow and depression and negativity all the time. Just try to stay above it and try to have real conversations about players and things in this roster. But man, like what? I can't even do that now. Because literally after every one of these games, like you think to yourself, this has to be it. Something has to be coming. There has to be a trade, a change, something. And it paralyzes you. Because you just wait. Because you can't do anything until that happens. Because what is the point? This is just going to continue and continue and continue and continue. Just it's such an easy way to send a shockwave into this organization, and nobody is willing to do it. Not the coach, not the general manager, not the owner. And everyone is seemingly grasping for answers. When the easiest thing is just change something. That's the thing that is in your control that you can do. You can't force a trade. You can't make somebody trade with you. You can't just cut a player. It doesn't work that way in the NHL. The thing that is in your control is to make a change, either at the management level or the coaching level in some regard. And still, I mean, I sit here again tonight. Like, this has got to be it. This has got to be the breaking point. The owner flew into the city to talk to the team, to talk to the staff, and you lose 6-1 with him. Well, I think he was in the building. You would assume, but we never saw him on camera or anything. But you would assume he's there with him in the building. It's frustrating times, and for a fan base and a team that has had, I don't know, countless times of frustration and seemingly rock bottom, and it can't get any worse than this. Like, we always find it. We always find it, and it's wild to me in a sport where half of the teams make the playoffs every year. In a sport where you just have to have your goalie get stupid one season, one time to make the playoffs. You just need your team to go on a shooting bender one time, and you're in. You don't have to be that good. That's the crazy part. You don't even really have to be that good. You just got to be okay. And you squeak in. Can't even get that. Can't even get that. And then that is the most frustrating part. And really, like it says, it starts all the way at the top, at the ownership level. Because, yeah, you can put a new GM in here, you can put a new coach in here, you can put new assistant coaches, new players. You do all that, and it might work. You might get lucky, and you might make the playoffs and be a competitive team. You never know. Crazy things have happened. So the shortcomings are there. It's every level, man. It is every level. Financial shortcomings. The financial shortcomings of not being able to utilize your cap space and you don't have a good enough roster. The financial shortcomings of not allowing your new head coach to hire assistants that he has worked with in the past to help teach his system and the way he wants his team to play to his players. Financial restrictions of hiring a general manager that is inexperienced to run your hockey team, to not giving them the full resources from a staff perspective or allow them to use the cap space that is available to them. At every level, everything is put behind and makes it more difficult to be successful. And I get it. They have to find a way or find someone who can make it work. Because this group of coaches and managers and players as currently constructed isn't able to do it. This is the worst it has ever been with this group. By far. Darlene or not. And that's a big piece not having him, but like, man, it shouldn't impact you that much. And that's the craziest thing is you have him out this long with a back injury that, man, back injuries are just hard to predict. And nothing is done to help your team. Darlene could go back in on Friday, re-injure his back, and that could be it. Hey, come on. And that, I tweeted about it, and that is my biggest thing with Adams in particular, is everything is just too late. You wait too long. They had to wait 12 games to fire Kruger. Didn't do anything the year really. They missed the playoff by a point. You didn't really add much at the deadline. Their goaltending was an issue at times. Well, I advocated against trading for a goaltender still. They tried something. Nothing was done. He talked openly about going back and forth on Granado last season, but chose to do nothing and waited till the end. And here we are now. Just wait and sit and wait and sit and wait. and you're done. There's no rebound. You forget it. It's over. It is over for you. 14 years. Already mark it down right now. There's no coming back. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm at 10 minutes here. I don't really have a lot more to say. I don't think I need to keep talking in circles. And I wish, that I could be sitting here and talking about the power play system and penalty killing and is Dylan Cousins really worth it? Is there anything left there? You know, power struggles and Byram but what? What does it matter? We're all stuck right now. We're all stuck just waiting for something. And then you get that something and then we can reset and start having some real conversations. So I don't know. I wish that I had more for you. I wish that I had things. The only solution that I can provide and the only logical way I see out of this, if you want that over the last few minutes here, is I don't think. Look, nobody really does a full rebuild anymore because there's really no recovering from it. Like you can't do it. So you can't tear this thing down to the studs again and restart. Like that's not conceivable. That's not going to work. You have too many guys signing contract terms to that's not going to happen. But I think there needs to be a reset of sorts here. And it needs to start. You need to start doing it now. Not wait until April. Right now. Your season is over. You start right now. I would sweep out Adams out of the GM chair. If you don't want him out of your organization, you want him to do something else, whatever. Fine. I don't care. It's silly. Fine. Get him somewhere else. Have someone be in the GM chair. If it's Carmanos, fine. Let him do it. See how that goes. Or look for general managers over that time period. Start right now. I probably wouldn't fire Ruff now, but at the end of the season, if I do go with the new general manager, then I would get a new coach in here. And look, it's mainly for this reason. Like, I don't think that Lindy is without blame in this, and he's in a tough spot with the coaching staff, as I talked about, not getting his things. But look, everything is worse. Offense is worse. Defense is worse. Power play still stinks. Penalty kill is bad in some situations. The passing is bad. The team looks confused. They're not generating anything. They're not playing with speed. Like it's at every level. It is worse. So he holds some blame within that. But having said that, the main reason that I would include him as part of the reset is when he was brought here, it was a short 2-year thing to get this team into the playoffs and get him on the right track. So year one is burned. I don't need him here for only one more season. Get somebody else in that is more committed to the longer term future, if you will. It's not a shot at Lindy, but that's the way it's got to be. That's just how you have to do. You have to reset it at that point. Push him in the front office if you want. Fine, so be it. Great. And then I think you gotta toss one of your quote unquote core players out the window. Cousins, Samuelson, I don't care. Paterka, Quinn, somebody prominent. Go. It's gotta go out the door, if not two of them. My preference is somebody wearing a letter would go. So that leaves Cousins and Samuelson realistically. Really, there's only like 3 guys in this team I probably wouldn't trade. I'm sorry. Tage, Darlene, Luukkonen are the 3 I probably wouldn't touch, or very likely wouldn't touch. Powers in the next level of probably not, but tell me what the deal is, I'll listen. And then everybody else is in that, varying degrees. But I think at least 1 or 2 guys got to go out the door. And then you reset with a new general manager. You start right now. Evaluate this roster. Put it in the place that you want to that you what you need to start addressing and start having those conversations. Whether it be from bringing somebody else from outside the organization, whether it's roster moves, start the reset now. Letting this go for 4 more months and then making changes is counterproductive. It's ridiculous. Just do it now. This failed. It didn't work. Accept it. It sucks. Own it. Start fixing now. That is my ultimate message to them. Is you right now. Cannot wait. We'll see what they actually do. We'll see. Um, I truly hope that it's something. I do. I hope in the next 24 to 48 hours we get a change in some regard. I almost don't even care what it is. Just show some sort of life, man. So we'll hang on. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. It, this weekend, should have been fun. It's the home game before the holidays. Boston division rivals back to back. I mean, this could have been a fun stretch. Toronto, Montreal, Toronto, Boston. Could have been a real fun stretch of hockey at the end of the year. But it's all for naught now. So yeah, hopefully the next time we talk, it'll be under different circumstances and be a little bit of a better mood and different conversations we can have. But here we are. Here we are in this stage in the middle of December. Frustrating, tough, but not something where that I'm inexperienced, not inexperienced with. That's the right word. I don't even know. It's tired. It's tired. It's late and I'm tired. But I know how to handle this team in this way in this situation, and we'll push through it and try to make the best of it and have the most interesting, fun conversations we can have. We'll try to push through this together. Those of you that are left, and those of you that are bail, I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever. Do what you got to do. But anyways, yeah, we'll talk soon. Thanks for listening. All the best to you. If you don't talk for the holidays, everybody have a good holiday. Stay safe. Enjoy time with your family. And then hopefully, we get something going here. Fingers crossed. All right, I'll see you later.